It was better than sex. Well, maybe not, but almost. Oh, it was such a rush. Just riding something so powerful. Getting whipped by the wind. Having your arms around the man of your dreams and holding on for dear life. It was so out there.
So in other words, you changed your mind about Beau's motorcycle?
No, I did not change my mind about Beau's motorcycle. It is definitely dangerous. Dangerously addictive. Oh, I hated that machine with every fiber of my being. I made it my mission in life to make sure that Beau got rid of that thing. And then one night, one ride, and I'm ready to get my own leather jacket. Wipe that smile off your face.
I'm just glad it worked out okay.
Yeah, you knew it would, didn't you? You were the one that convinced me to do it for Beau, and now I'm just so glad that I did it for me. Hey, handsome. I was just extolling the virtues of motorcycle madness. You here to take me to lunch?
Both you and Georgie.
Oh, no, you don't have to do that.
Come on, a bet's a bet.
What bet?
The bike bet.
What bike bet?
Whether or not you would ride the motorcycle before the New Year's. See, I'd naturally bet that you wouldn't. Georgie, she swore up and down that you would, and I swear, honey, this is the best bet I've ever lost. And since the wager was a meal, I'm going to take you two lovely ladies to Roadie's for double cheeseburgers, the works, whatever you want. Sky's the limit.
You're angry.
Nah, she's not angry. Are you? She is angry.
Why should I be angry? My husband, my legal assistant, make a bet about me behind my back. But it was just a joke, right?
That's exactly right, honey.
I'm just a joke.
No, that's not what did I
And you manipulated me.
You wouldn't do anything that you didn't absolutely know that you wanted to do.
Oh, and next you're going to tell me that you know me better than I know myself?
Honey, look, this is all my fault. Don't put Georgie
Oh,
on
now
the spot.
first you subvert her, and now you defend her?
The bet was all my idea.
Oh, now you're defending him. I want an apology.
I will never, ever bet against you again, I swear.
Where's the apology in that? Did I hear, I'm sorry?
I'm sorry.
Not you, him first.
I'm sorry, but admit it. You loved it.
Nora, you're just the kind of free spirit motorcycles were meant for. I hated to see you deny yourself the pleasure. But it's not an excuse. Do you want me to resign?
First you make stupid bets behind my back, and now you want to make me miserable? Yeah, sure. Go right ahead and resign. Over my dead body.
Told you she wasn't really angry.
Yes, she is. She's very, very angry. But she's going to get over it, because Georgie is invaluable.
What about me?
You own the bike.
And you can ride with me anytime you want.
Oh, well, in that case. But just remember, the end does not justify the means. I will not be outflanked by you guys again.
Okay, now, can we eat lunch?
No, you know, really, this wasn't about the meal. I just wanted to make Nora happy. I mean it. I mean, it would just kill me if you thought that...
Okay. I forgive you. Honest.
Thank you. Now, you and Beau, go to lunch.
I can't. Chikara's coming.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What, so I eat lunch alone?
No. Georgie won the bet. Georgie gets her cheeseburger.
No, that's okay.
Hey, a bet is a bet.
But what if you need me?
I do, but only after my husband feeds you.
See, I never welch on a bet. It's a matter of principle.
No, he really doesn't, so go.
So we'll be at Roadie's?
I know. Go.
We'll bring her back a double order of fries, double order of atomic chicken wings, okay?
Go.
Okay.
You know I'm gonna pay you guys back.
I'm not worried. You're the only person in the world that I know would never hurt me. I hope you feel the same about me.
I do, Georgie. Don't keep Beau waiting. He hate that.
Sure.
I'm not sure Nora will ever trust me again.
Trust me, she will. She does.
I didn't know you planned to come right out and tell her.
Georgie, I'll tell you something. With Nora, honesty is the best policy. Okay? She may be angry, but if you tell her the truth, she's gonna get over it.
Not always. I mean, there's still a lot of tension between you about the kidnapping case. But the bike ride helped?
I'm not so sure that the two had that much to do with one another, but I know this. She is glad that you talked her into doing something that she hadn't really wanted to do because she ended up loving it. And I wish I had a videotape of her on the back of that bike just laughing, happy as a clam.
And that made you happy?
Yeah, as a clam. So, for a while, you know, everything's just hunky-dory. I'm starved. I don't know about you.
Nora's never been angry with me before.
Yeah, but see, you're much too valuable to her sanity for her to stay angry.
I just do my job.
Yeah, which nobody else could do, yeah. You know, if you hadn't come along, my wife might be a puddle on the floor someplace right now. So, believe me when I tell you what a lifesaver you are, Georgie.
Nora is the absolutely perfect boss.
Which makes you the absolutely perfect assistant. And friend. And bet taker. You know, and lunch date. So, hey, come on. Come on, take a look at this. Order something. Order the whole menu if you want.
Happy New Year. Well, that remains to be seen. I'm going back into partnership with RJ. Well, it certainly didn't take you long to do a 180-degree turn. It wasn't an easy decision. Easier than it was to leave him? What, with the mob sniffing around Blue Jay music? I think I overreacted to the Tommy Gregory thing. Really? Look, if you'd rather not do this deal for me, just say so. No, I just want to make sure you're doing this deal for the right reasons. I need capital for my company to survive. And I need a place for my artists to show their stuff. RJ has both. He also has the potential for an awful load of trouble. You need that, too? Nothing's perfect. But we learn from our mistakes. Oh, RJ's made plenty of them. So he should be getting smarter. I know I am. You know the safeguards you put in my contract with Max? Yeah. Add them to my old contract with RJ. Okay. But some things can't be put into a contract. RJ knows he has to win back my confidence. He swears he won't do anything without consulting me. But we'll see. I'll keep an eye on him. Do that. RJ is somebody who needs to be constantly monitored. Okay, here we go. Who gets the coffee?
That would be me. I'm still on duty, thank you.
Uh-huh. Oh, so you are the connoisseur of microbrews.
I just know what I like.
Me too. You know, this is what I drink when I drink.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Food will be coming soon.
Thanks a lot, Renee.
Okay, sure thing.
Does Nora like this beer, too?
No, she says it tastes like soap.
Oh. It must be wonderful to be so close to somebody you know everything about them.
Nora still surprises me.
Well, she's very complex.
Oh, yes, she is complex. And she's exasperating. And she's wonderful. Frustrating.
Well, a good relationship takes a lot of hard work.
Mm-hmm. But it's worth it.
How did you and Nora meet?
What? It was a while back. This young lady named Marty Saybrook, she was pretty wild at the time, and she crashed a motorcycle right through the front window of the Banner. I know it probably sounds like motorcycles have been like this running theme through our relationship, but no. Anyway, Nora represented Marty. I was the only witness. So Nora had to do everything she possibly could to discredit my statement. But she ended up having to plea bargain. And she hated that I was right, you know. I don't know. To me, she was just much, much too intense, and she thought I was just much too laid back.
So it wasn't love at first sight?
No, not really. I think we probably proved that old adage, opposites attract, you know, but once there was a connection, then things just got better and better and better.
It must be so wonderful.
Well, George, you told me you've been in love before.
Oh, sure. Nora is so confident.
Yeah, you ought to see your sister, the psychiatrist. Yeah, the Hannon girls, they were brought up to believe that they could do anything. So, they can. They do.
Excuse me?
Oh, man. This looks great, Renee. Georgie, would you like another beer? This one's going a little flat.
Actually, can I get a seltzer with lime?
Sure. Yep, absolutely.
All right.
Right back.
Thanks. The point of coming here wasn't to watch me eat.
You've such a healthy appetite.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do.
But you keep so fit.
I'll tell you my secret. I have an incredible collection of old rock and roll, records, tapes, everything. R&B. So what I do, I make my own tapes. And I put on these headsets and I just, go to the gym. I sweat. So, hey, you know what? Let's talk about you. I saw a marked improvement in your dancing abilities, Georgie, from that policeman's ball a couple of weeks ago to New Year's Eve. What's your secret?
I watched MTV and practiced.
Come on.
I'm really not that good yet.
No. I was impressed. I thought you were great. And so was Nora.
Okay, here you go. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Everything's perfect. Thanks.
Hi, Jakara. It's like deja vu all over again, huh? Hi. RJ.
Hey, Nora.
Mama.
Hiya, baby.
What have I told you about calling me that in front of other grown-ups?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hiya, Toots.
Oh, much better.
Does anyone want anything to drink? It's cold and I made fresh coffee.
I know Jakara wants coffee.
No. Actually, I've already had 4 cups this morning. I think I need to throttle back.
No, thank you.
Oh, I'm fine. Okay, well, if anyone needs anything,
I'd like you to stay and take notes. And referee if necessary.
No ref needed. Jakara's interests are my interests.
Oh, sure, you say that now.
Hey, this is going to be a piece of cake.
I don't mean to be pessimistic.
Mama, you do it so well.
You watch out.
Pessimism is appropriate. That's what lawyers are paid for.
And you watch out. Actually, what I was going to say is you really should have your own lawyer here, RJ.
Gabriel will eyeball everything we come up with today. For now, one lawyer in the room is enough. I don't think anything needs to be so complicated that I can't handle it myself. I mean, my only goal here is to make this work. So, I'm prepared to give Jakara whatever she wants, within limits.
Well, why don't we explore exactly what those limits are? Shall we? Well, it's my understanding that you opted out of the first contract that you had with RJ because RJ made a unilateral business move, something to do with a character named,
Tommy Gregory. The technical term is thug.
Thank you. Yes, I am assuming that you would like to retain those options in this contract?
Oh, yes.
Oh, no. That makes it way too easy for you to walk out on me again after any little disagreement.
Tommy Gregory wasn't just some little disagreement.
I want to know that the next time there's an issue between us, you will come to me and discuss it. I don't want to look up and see your back walking out the door.
Excuse me, next time?
Sure. There are always going to be issues. I'm just looking for an opportunity to resolve them. So, let's seal up some of those escape hatches, huh? I need a commitment this time.
A commitment, huh? Let's cut back on those out clauses, shall we?
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'm as committed as he is.
Well, I think both of you should be committed.
Sorry, honey. I thought you'd be ready to go to lunch by now.
Hiya, Bo.
Hi, kid. Jakara.
Commissioner.
Hello, Commissioner.
Hi, honey. I didn't realize how much time had gotten away. I just have a few more things to finish up here, and why don't I meet you at the palace, then?
Oh, I can hardly wait to hear how your day is going.
What was that all about?
Oh, you know, Bo, he's just been on edge since Max's kids.
Yeah, I'll say. He came into Indigo last night and just about blasted RJ through the wall.
He what?
You didn't tell me about that.
It was no big deal. It's like I told Jakara. It's just Bo's twitch, you know, his conditioned response. Somebody in Landview sneezes, he comes to me and sees if I blew pepper in their face.
You know, I'm sorry, but I thought it was a big deal. Bo came in flinging accusations. Even Hank thought he was out of line.
Hank was there?
Oh, and he called him on it. He said his behavior was inappropriate and unprofessional.
Oh, my word. Hank called him unprofessional?
Well, there was some tension, yeah.
It's never fun for any of us when Daddy and Bo fall on different sides of a case. Just wish Bo would turn to someone else besides RJ.
Before Commissioner Buchanan came in, I think Mr. Gannon and Miss Principal were making progress on their new contract.
Georgie's right.
Yes, Georgie is right. We should try to work out the details on how to handle the out clauses.
Right. And the three of you can go have a celebratory lunch, and I will go and have lunch.
Okay.
I thought that we'd get busy in order and quickly start agreeing on food before we even had a chance to start disagreeing about everything else in life. So we wouldn't ruin our appetites.
The only problem with that plan is that right now I don't really have much of an appetite. I can't even think about food until you explain to me why the hell you would involve yourself in R.J. Gannon's business.
I'm not doing business with RJ. Jakara is my client, and we're negotiating a partnership agreement between her and RJ. Do you have a problem with Jakara being my client?
I just don't understand how you could involve yourself in any facet of R.J. Gannon's business.
It's Jakara's business I'm involved in.
Honey, every time you have anything at all to do with that guy, you end up regretting it. Unless, of course, no, the appeal here could be that you know that it ticks me off.
Well, hard as it is to believe, I don't live for the single thrill of ticking you off. I took this job in no small part because of Rachel. I want her to be happy. She fiercely wants this partnership agreement between RJ and Jakara, and because of that, so do I. So no, this is not about getting in your face. This is about my daughter. It's about my job and my professionalism.
Professionalism. Professionalism was the excuse you used when you kept quiet about Max's kids being kidnapped.
Yes, that's right, it was. Well, since you seem to have all the answers and all the professionalism, tell me something. Going to question RJ at Indigo? How professional was that?
I'll be with you in a couple of minutes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Take your time. I went to Club Indigo last night because I was doing my job, and I don't think that that is being unprofessional.
Harassing citizens is in your job description?
I went there to question a suspect. I wanted to catch him off guard so that I could measure his reaction, and RJ's reaction had guilt written all over it.
Did it ever occur to you that maybe he was uncomfortable or angry about being ambushed by the police commissioner in his own club, and that maybe you misinterpreted those reactions as guilt?
Am I on the stand here?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
All I'm saying is that you picked one hell of a time to get involved with RJ, because I am not going to back off the idea that he is the #1 prime suspect in the kidnapping. There's no way.
I would never presume to tell you how to do your job. As far as I am concerned, I am Jakara's attorney. And I have been since way before this whole horrible thing happened. And I can't even believe that you would begin to imply that I should cut her off in the middle of a contract negotiation because you don't happen to like her choice in partners. And all because you have no other suspects in your direct line of vision.
We have no other suspects because all the evidence points right straight at RJ.
I'm not going to argue this case with you, Bo. And I will not have you dictating my client list to me.
Why are you in such complete denial about this guy?
That has to be one of the most presumptuous things you've ever said to me.
Do you resent the fact that I came down on you so hard when you kept Max's confidence about his kids being taken?
Don't pop psych me, Bo. It's just insulting as hell.
So you can honestly say that all the choices that you're making right now, they have nothing to do with getting back at me.
I'm not really hungry. I think we'll do lunch another time.
That's a great idea. I kind of feel the same way.
The final of the partnership agreement between Jakara Principal and R.J. Gannon.
Well, this was about as fun as contract negotiations get, but I think that was because Rachel was there. You sure you want to pursue litigation as a way of life when contract law is so relaxed?
Tell you what, if you agree to switch your practice to contract law, I'll come along and relax with you.
Yeah, I have a feeling that this wouldn't be such a picnic, especially if Bo and I keep winding up on opposite sides, like we did in this one.
No, wait a minute. You and Bo never would have met if you hadn't been on opposite sides of a case.
Did I tell you that?
No, Bo did, at the famous I won the bet motorcycle lunch. Or should I say infamous?
No. Hey, when I forgive someone, they stay forgiven.
But it'll blow over, won't it? I mean, your criminal practice puts you and Bo on opposite sides all the time, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, sure. And we have to work very hard to make sure it doesn't mess up our marriage.
Good marriages always involve work, don't they?
Well, they involve respecting each other's point of view, which Bo and I are finding harder and harder to do.
You're just stressed. And if an hour spent with your daughter keeps you from getting ulcers, your husband has to approve.
Well, you're right, but I don't think Bo would see things that way.
See what?
Well, hi, I didn't expect to see you. Another late night last night, huh?
Yeah, it was, and I didn't want to disturb you, so I just crashed on the couch and then got up early this morning.
Sounds like a couple of those ships that pass in the night.
Yeah, I heard my name mixed in with the discussion you two were having when I came in.
Oh, Georgie and I were just weighing the differences between litigation and contract law.
Well, that's a simple one. You hate contract law.
Well, usually, but I've actually found an occasion to find it very gratifying and relaxing.
Looked like you were having a great time with RJ and Jakara the other day.
Yes, I was.
I know as a defense attorney you have to deal with murderous lowlifes that lie when they breathe, but I didn't know you had the same problem with contract law.
Murderous lowlives? I don't think we have any murderous lowlives, Georgie. Do you remember any murderous lowlives?
No, honey, don't bring her into this.
RJ, Jakara, and I were working on a very simple, straightforward agreement. Since when do you tell me who I can take on as a client?
Since you started telling me who to consider a suspect.
If you're going to charge RJ, then do it. If not, we don't really have much to discuss.
That's right. We don't.
Hi, Mom. You busy?
Hi.
Silly question, huh?
Oh, no. I'm never too busy for my daughter.
What about her friends?
Hi. Wow, this is a day full of surprises. What can I do for you?
Well, there's something that RJ and Jakara would like to ask you.
Oh, I see. And I'm so formidable, you have to run interference?
Well, no, but we wanted to put our best feet forward, and we decided they belonged to Rachel.
What's going on?
Well, we've decided we need another attorney, a fresh overview at Blue Jay, to do, among other things, standard contracts for talent at the club. Someone creative, smart, and just fun to work with.
Stuffy, good.
Sure, I could think of a couple of people to recommend, as a matter of fact. Georgie, will you get out the reference file, please? Sure. Oh, well, if you're willing to wait until she gets out of law school here, this would be my #1 choice.
I don't think they're looking for a reference, Nora.
See, we already know what attorney we want.
What, me? Oh, for Blue Jay? I'm not a corporate lawyer.
This isn't about corporate business, Mom. See, we think that you need a challenge, a kind of challenge, then we need kind of common sense counsel. That's you.
Well, thank you very much for the compliment, dear, and thank you for being watchful for my challenge quota.
So, is that a yes?
No, certainly it's not. Yes. Have you thought this through?
I'm here, aren't I?
We have a legal history here, RJ, and running the risk of skating near attorney-client privilege. Do you remember the last time I represented you?
Vividly.
It wasn't successful, to say the least.
I may be a fool, but you must have learned something since then.
Oh, I have. Have you?
Hey, Mel. Who you meeting?
No one anymore.
Join me.
Thanks. The burger.
Hello, sir.
Oh, I won't be needing this, darling. Just, please bring me a excruciatingly dry martini, straight up. No olive, no twist.
You got it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
They just take up space better served by alcohol.
Yeah, I know there's truth in booze and wine, but, you know, Mel, sometimes it's a kind that can get you in trouble.
No? Not necessarily. I mean, if you say mean things to somebody when you're intoxicated, you can always claim that as an excuse later. Except when you say terrible things to somebody when you're sober, they're harder to take back.
Here you go, sir.
Ah, splendid.
Yes. Enjoy.
I will, thank you. Ever notice how gin, in particular, takes the light? Creates a kind of prism through which to view reality, making it softer, shinier, dulling the pain.
Yeah, there's that.
You want to do me a favor? Talk me out of this? I read in the Sun a couple weeks ago. R.J. Gannon is really your top suspect.
Well, see, the reason you haven't heard anything about it is I've been keeping a lid on it, remember?
Okay, right. I mean, even Todd isn't printing his usual slimy conjectures, so I figure you must be working hard on this, aren't you?
Yep. You know, I think that ought to be getting warm by now.
Warm and friendly.
Mel, off the record, strictly off the record, it's true. About RJ.
So why do you think he's behind the kidnapping? And how are you going to prove it?
I'd give you my word, but I gather that's what's in question here.
Look, even though you're dealing with the new equation now, you know that Blue Jay is still about me. And me you trust. Now, RJ and I have worked this through to an understanding, am I right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Consider it checks and balances. I'm going to be there. Nothing's going to go down at Blue Jay or Indigo that either Chikara or I won't know about.
Nora, your best guarantee is that this time, I know I have too much at stake to mess around.
Well, that's certainly true.
Mom, you know that we had such a good time at your office the other day. Can't deny it.
No, I can't.
And there's something to be said for a change of pace, like stress reduction.
I would hardly think that this equation would reduce my stress levels. Quite the contrary.
And because of Bo, what he feels about RJ?
Exactly.
But, Mom, Chikara and I are 2/3 of the equation. I mean, why would he object to you counseling us?
Well, he wouldn't object to that, my dear, but out of all due respect for your partner, RJ makes up the third that Bo would have a problem with.
But that doesn't make any sense. I mean, you're only going to be giving us advice, and you're going to be that sharp-eyed at detail on some standard contracts.
Look, I want protection for my clients in any negotiations for any of the clubs which they're performing in, and that includes Club Indigo.
And if you need to keep Indigo at arm's length, you don't have to be on retainer. Just bill Blue Jay by the hour.
Well, that would help.
Mom, it would be so good to work with you again. Please. Please.
Oh, will you stop it? This is just pathetic, for goodness sake. Okay, here's the deal. I will be the sharp legal eye for detail for Blue Jay Music alone. I work with Chikara and Rachel only. Club Indigo remains your own attorney's responsibility. And I think that would solve all of our problems. That's the deal. Take it or leave it.
Take it.
So, how close do you figure you are to nailing RJ?
Not very, but I'm going at it, day and night, and in between.
That must be hard in the family life, what with Nora's daughter working for him.
Yeah, it is. It's bad enough with Rachel. It's even worse with Nora because she's bought into RJ's choir boy routine this time. And I'll tell you something, it's really messing things up between us.
This is what could be termed a marital impasse, right?
It's a bear. But you see, that's the thing when you're trying to keep up a long-term relationship. There are arguments. Wallpaper. Whether you're going to have anchovies or pepperoni on a pizza, what video to rent. But see, those things, they just keep you sharp. You win a few, you lose a few.
Right, and if you're lucky, it balances out.
Yeah, but then sometimes you find yourself in the middle of an argument, and you really start to delve into it, and you find a big, growling bear that's ready to tear you both all to pieces.
What do you do then? Run?
That would be the easy way. But if you're committed, you come back. And I think that's the best, the safest, the most permanent way to try to handle it. You try to battle that thing together. What, you disagree?
No, it's just that I was realizing how lucky I was in my marriage. I mean, whenever Muriel and I got into an impossible place, which I usually took us to, Muriel always found a way to somehow get us out. I mean, not that she acquiesced. She was plenty strong. It's just that she always found a way to accommodate. It's a skill I have yet to acquire in which I am in dire need of because of Dorian.
Well, you know what they always say, never say never. But I'll tell you something. I'll tell you, we're both lucky with the women that we're talking about. Neither one of them is dull. Because when you hit that wall, you know, like, dull. Ooh, that can really be a problem. What, you taking off?
Yeah, I think, I'll go do myself a little bear hunting.
Oh.
Thanks, buddy, for your help.
I owe you.
You owe me what?
No. Solve one of your problems next time?
Believe me, I'll collect.
You got it.
I got your message to meet you here after work, but looks like you're still working.
I took on a new client today, and in the spirit of full disclosure, I wanted you to know.
Yeah?
Chikara Principal came to me and asked me if I would give Blue Jay Music some general counsel and also negotiate the contracts with the clubs of which your artists will perform in. That includes Club Indigo. It'll help Rachel, and it'll also protect Chikara from any unilateral business decisions that RJ may make. And based on those two things, I said yes.
Congratulations.
You never call, you never write. You're eating pizza without me? Mushroom and onion, pepperoni. It's our favorite. I waited for you at home. It got dark, boring and lonely, and were you really gonna spend the night here and not call me?
I didn't call you because I was mad.
Gee, what was my first clue?
And there's a lot going on around here.
Busy?
Oh, yeah, I just trying to put one foot in front of the other. Just trying to do my job.
Same here.
Except I didn't team up with R.J. Gannon and company. Honey, look, we've covered all this ground before, okay?
Commissioner, may I have permission to cross-examine the witness? Mrs. Buchanan, please explain this business that you do with R.J. Gannon. Guest counselor. See, Chikara Principal came to me and asked me to create a partnership agreement between her and Max Holden. So I did. Ms. Buchanan, I asked you about R.J. Gannon. Yes, I'm getting to that. You see, after the kidnapping, Max was broke. And Chikara Principal decided to go back into business with R.J. Gannon. She needed someone to rewrite their deal. I was the natural choice since I just had worked a partnership agreement between her and Max Holden. Do you object to this line of questioning?
Go on.
And today they came to me in my office and asked if I would provide counsel for them for Blue Jay Music and to do the music contracts for their artists at clubs. Contracts really aren't my thing, but they're not hard. And I thought it would be a kick to work with my daughter. It would be a great excuse to be more involved in her life. You know me. I worry.
So do I.
I'm not on RJ's payroll. I bill Blue Jay Music by the hour. So, I don't like what's there, I walk. My choice. And it would be my pleasure to be able to do anything I could to help Rachel out, business-wise. So, this Michigas has nothing to do with you and me at all. You see?
No. Let me see if I have this right. It's not about the work. It's about Rachel.
I think that would be fair to say.
So it's the mother side of Nora that is working for RJ and company.
The company part is Chikara and Rachel. And the mother and the lawyer happen to be the same person.
Yes, and you see, I have the same problem. See, the cop side of me is convinced that R.J. Gannon was involved in the kidnapping of the Holden kids and the death of the Holden kids. But the husband side of me, now he has to deal with his wife and his stepdaughter wanting to work for this guy. A guy who is a very dangerous criminal, I think. Now, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to give you my blessing?
No, but you don't have to take it so darn personally.
Personally? Did you take the bike personally? Did you see that as like a death wish or some kind of a threat to our married life? I think RJ is worse. You see, you're making it impossible for me to protect you right now, honey. There's no helmet law involved in this kind of thing. And I need you too much to let anything bad happen to you. Do you have any idea how much I love you?
Yes.
Enough to forget about working these contract things with RJ?
No. If you love me, I could move mountains. I could leap tall buildings in a single bound. When you're with me, I can do anything.
Except stop working for RJ.
It's not RJ, it's Rachel. I hear you, Bo. I hear you. Your gut is telling you that RJ has something to do with what happened to Max's kids. And he did benefit in a weird, twisted kind of way, absolutely. So I've been on red alert, but I haven't noticed anything remotely suspicious, which doesn't mean that I'm right and you're wrong. When it comes to RJ, I don't let my guard down. Ever. Ever. So at the first even hint of trouble, I am out of there and Rachel with me.
That may be too late.
Well, let's not be melodramatic here. All I'm doing are music contracts for them. I mean, please. It's paperwork that they send over to the office. And maybe once or twice I meet with them on a broad point of view at Blue Jay. For advice. Common sense, as Rachel calls it. That's it. No big deal.
And you want me to be happy about all of this. See, I can't.
I just don't want you to be unhappy about it all over the place. I have an idea. A compromise.
I am not going to negotiate your safety, honey.
Bo, I'm going to do this, and you're going to continue to go after RJ, and those two things aren't going to change unless some new information comes up.
So what's your compromise?
We make a pact not to even talk about RJ. You don't mention him, I don't mention him.
And you think you can do that?
I can if you can.
I can. Because I'm really tired of all of this.
Me too.
Let's go home, Red.
Do you know what Zorus is?
Yeah, it's Yiddish for trouble.
Troubles. As in big, many, multitudinal, like what you have this morning.
Physical. Legal. Emotional.
Well, the first and the third I can help you with. Although I do have some aspirin around here somewhere if you get desperate. And frankly, I don't even think I'll be able to grant you any relief for the legal end of this thing either.
Well, it's that serious?
Are you kidding? Auto theft, reckless endangerment, creating a public nuisance, driving while impaired, driving without a license.
Wait a minute, I had my license.
I'll fight that one to the death.
I screwed up.
You've screwed up royally, Mel. Each of these charges comes with jail time. And frankly, you don't even have a defense.
Roaring drunk doesn't absolve one of much these days, does it?
It never should have. Basically, we've got one option.
Fall on my sword.
Well, that's close. Throw yourself on the mercy of the court and hope that there is some.
What are the odds?
Well, I'd like to say they're better than you taking another drink, but I don't think I can say that. If we're lucky, Hank will prosecute this himself. He's got great admiration for you that can only help.
So the plan is to take shameless advantage of the kindness of our acquaintances.
Yeah, basically that's it.
Yeah, well, why not? That's my standard operating procedure anyway. My old man used to say, you're either climbing the mountain or you're digging a hole. And I'm looking up at you from a real doozy this time.
I'm sorry.
I wish I could say the same, but I don't know if my words mean much anymore. I'm the one who said I was through drinking.
Oh, for God's sake, Mel, you slipped. Lost control, call it whatever you want to do it. It's probably very explainable knowing that Dorian's involved. I represented her, don't forget. It's not an experience I'd ask to repeat.
Yeah, but my God. My timing. Could it have been any worse? I mean, there's Dorian poised on the lip of emotional chaos, thanks to yours truly, who badgered her until all her defenses were gone. And I choose that time to dive into the sauce.
Dorian's in rough shape?
She's almost paralyzed with dread, Nora. She's confused. She's bewildered. And she won't let me help her move forward. She won't move forward herself. And I'm frustrated. And I'm guilty, and I can barely sleep, but I can drink. We sure proved that last night. Boy, that's such a mature response, Mel.
You know what? Sometimes the best way to help someone is just to wish them well. And promise to be there on the other side when they make it through. This too shall pass.
You have precedents to back this up, Counselor.
Oh, I know Dorian. And as galling and intractable as she can be, I have to hand it to her. She's a 24-carat survivor. I don't think they've built the challenge that she can't measure up to.
Well, when it comes to Dorian, I'm verblunget. You know verblunget?
Oh, Lost in the Woods. It's German.
I'm sorry. I'm leaving now. Thank you. I'll see you in court.
Yeah, call yourself a cab. Georgie? Georgie, are you there? Georgie?
I've had it. I'm fed up. I won't do this one more day.
Georgie, you can't quit on me. Please, please don't quit. We'll work it out. Okay?
Quit? Nora, I would never quit this job.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said that you couldn't take it anymore and you were fed up.
With everything but this work. Do you know why I was so incredibly late this morning?
Well, you weren't really all that... Why?
For starters, I got 0 sleep last night. The radiator pipes started clanging like Big Ben. Then the couple next door started fighting. Then after a few hours of that, they made up, which was even louder.
Oh, I remember making out.
Then this morning, the second I soaked up in the shower, the hot water ran out. And I swear to God, the crosstown bus does not have wheels on it. That's how slow it was going.
Well, you know, if you live in such a crummy place and it's so far away, why don't you move?
Oh, I wish I could. But I just can't afford any apartment by myself. I wish I could find somebody that wanted a roommate. Mm-hmm. Somebody great like Rachel.
Well, that somebody might be Rachel.
What do you mean?
Well, she's living in a 2-bedroom apartment by herself.
I thought I heard her say that she shared the rent with Taya.
Well, yeah, she and Taya originally went in on it, and Taya's been sort of keeping the second bedroom as sort of a safe harbor from Todd, which everyone should have. But now that her marriage seems, God forbid, stable, maybe she'd be willing to give up her share. I don't know, it's worth asking Rachel about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Well, I'd like it too. What?
I was just thinking that you seem in much better spirits than you did yesterday.
Oh, marginal.
Bo can't still be mad about you working with RJ and Jakar and Rachel, can he?
Yes, he can. We've agreed to disagree. And that's about it.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
No, this can't be.
What can't be?
Donuts from Gershwin's?
2 glazed and a Bavarian cream. How did you know?
It's the bag. Gershwin's has an unmistakable crinkle in their bags.
So can I come in?
Come in. Gee, you can have your own desk in here if you want. No, come on, sit down.
I had some motions to file for Nora at the courthouse, so I thought I'd stop by.
Armed with my favorite food group, by the way. Fried. Are you okay, Georgie?
No. Bo, coming between you and Nora is like the worst nightmare for me.
Whoa, whoa, take it easy.
All I've wanted to do, all I've tried to do is make things better for you guys.
Yeah, I know that. And Nora knows that, too. So what's wrong?
I made a bad mistake.
So what did you do, Georgie?
It's what I didn't do. About RJ and Jakara and Rachel. I was afraid it was a mistake for Nora to represent Indigo Blue Jay. In terms of your reaction, I mean. And I think I could have had some influence with her, but I didn't do anything to stop it.
It wasn't your responsibility.
Well, in a way it was, because a big part of my job's supposed to be reduction of Nora's stress. And I knew that you wouldn't like it. And I know the thing that stresses her out the most is to be at odds with you. So I should have made an effort. I'm so sorry.
I appreciate the apology. However, it is totally unnecessary. But let me tell you this. I really appreciate that somebody anticipated my point of view on this subject.
I wish I could make you feel better about it. I'm telling myself that when Nora handled the Blue Jay partnership negotiations, it was like a party to her. And for Rachel, too. They had a total blast. And any time that she spends on Blue Jay contracts means less time that she'll spend on litigation. Which reduces pressure a little, and that's a good thing, right?
I can't fault your logic.
But I'm still really sorry.
Georgie, there's no way that any of this is your fault.
Are you sure? Because I would be sick if I thought that you thought that I let you down in any way.
Yeah, but you didn't. And I don't think that. And by the way, I really appreciate the moral support.
Okay. I hated thinking that I might have contributed to any trouble between you two.
No, believe me, Nora and I don't need any help at all getting into fights these days.
You're really sure?
I swear. Okay? On a Gershwin's donut. Excuse me. Buchanan.
Georgie.
Oh,
Hey, you're welcome.
It's so nice to be here.
Oh.
Especially after the afternoon that I've had.
Really? Has my mom been working you too hard?
No, God, it's the best part of my life. I've been apartment hunting because I can't stand the dump that I'm in right now. And everything I saw today was worse.
Well, I hear the market's tight.
It is. And I can't afford very much.
Well, if you ask my mother for a raise?
No, she's way too generous as it is. She teaches me so much, I feel like I should be paying her. Instead, I feel like I've let her down.
How?
Well, Bo, you know, trust me that I have Nora's best interest at heart. And I just haven't been able to get him over this.
Over what?
He's so mad about Nora representing Blue Jay.
Seriously, Matt?
I'm afraid so. Do you think there's anything that we can do to help?
This. Mom knew that Bo was going to be trouble, and I begged her to come and work with us. And she did it. For me.
I know how you feel. I encouraged her, too.
Well, then I'm grateful to you. I'm sorry that Beau's upset, but he'll just have to get over it.
Think so? He really doesn't trust your uncle.
He really doesn't know my uncle. And my mother hasn't known RJ for a long time. The best thing about her representing Blue Jay is that this will give them a chance to become friends again.
That would be really good for you, wouldn't it?
Things are already a lot easier. By taking on Blue Jay as a client, my mom has finally given us her seal of approval. And not just RJ, but me. And that's something I never thought would ever happen. I know my mom was really hurt when I decided to quit law school.
Would you ever consider going back?
Not in a million years. No, law takes a special type of dedication. You have that, and that is incredibly amazing. Me, I never had it, and I could never fake it.
Why did you get into it in the first place?
I didn't have a choice. Both my parents assumed that I would follow in their footsteps. I think my mom even dreamed that she would take me on as a partner someday. But I know that she was hurt when that didn't happen. But now, we have a chance to work together in a different way.
Do you think that Beau knows how important it is to you and Nora?
Georgie, you just gave me an idea. I'll be right back.
Hey, Rachel.
Hey!
How are you?
Cool. See you later.
Okay.
Hey, Kevin.
Don't tell me. Oh, Georgie.
You got it.
You were the one who, you had that bet with my Uncle Beau, right?
Which I won, by the way. Nora did take a ride on Beau's motorcycle 2 minutes before New Year's.
Congratulations. That's right. I met you Christmas Eve at my mother's party.
Oh, no. No, we met a long time before that. Don't you remember? You broke my heart.
I broke your heart?
Without even knowing it.
Look, there have been times in my life that I've lived to regret, but usually the offended party, you know, called me on it. But why didn't you?
You didn't even know my name. We never dated. We went to college at the same time. I kind of hung out at the edge of your crowd. I had a little crush on you.
You did?
Well, I got over it. No, I ended up going to LU Law, which is where I met Rachel. And you ended up there, too.
Oh, yeah, first semester. That was a big bust. Did we have any classes together?
A couple, but you never would have noticed me.
Oh, no. I definitely would have remembered that face.
You never would have seen it. I barely spent time on campus. I mean, I would have liked to, though, but I had to work.
Huh.
Pretty much full time to get my way through college, to pay for my tuition and board. Which is why it took me 5 years to get my degree.
I could never have done that. I admire your dedication.
Actually, I really liked the course load. It was just all the part-time work that I had to take. Ugh. But now, it never could have ended up better. I have the job of my dreams.
With Nora Buchanan? Oh, please, you have just moved beyond dedication right into the realm of masochism.
Hey, you busy?
No, how you doing, Rachel? Come on in. Thought you'd be at the club by now.
Yeah, well, I figured you'd be here.
Well,
Have a few minutes?
sure. Everything okay?
Almost everything.
And that would be...
Is it true that you want to stop Mom from representing Blue Jay?
Yes, it's true. But I'm not getting anywhere, so... Does that make you feel any better?
Yeah, it does.
Thank you very much.
Look, why don't I try to explain why this means so much to me? And it really does.
I'm listening.
Mom takes such pride in what she does. And she wanted to share that with me, but she couldn't when I washed out as a lawyer.
Hey, Rach, I don't think that's the way Nora sees it.
Well, that's how I felt. Like a disappointment. And it was really hard to handle. But for the first time in my adult life, my mom has given me the sign of approval. She's behind me. And I want to show her what I do and why I'm so proud of doing it. I handle most of the bookings. She does the contracts. We'll be working together, and maybe something wonderful can come of this. But it'll never happen if you pressure her to back out.
Rachel, I'm trying to protect your mother. And I'd like to protect you, too, from something that I think is potentially a very dangerous situation.
How? How dangerous? I mean, the only hint of danger was when Tommy Gregory tried to muscle in on Blue Jay, but RJ stopped it in its tracks.
Okay, right there. You're proving my point, because the only thing that Tommy Gregory really respects is muscle. So if he backed off from Blue Jay, that means that RJ scared him off. And believe me, RJ did not scare him off with an indigo swizzle stick.
No, he used his head. He signed on Gregory's protege to a couple appearances at the club and a CD. And he didn't even have to deliver on that. RJ took care of us, Bo. He's not gonna let anything happen to the club, to Jakara, to Mom, or to me.
But you can't guarantee that.
Where are there any guarantees in life?
Oh, Rachel, look at RJ's history.
He's changed, Bo.
How do you know that? How does Nora know that? I mean, he has you two hypnotized while I'm here and I'm building up a case against him for the kidnapping of 2 children.
So we're deluded. But you know the truth? Then you show me one piece of evidence that directly ties my uncle to the kidnapping of Max's children.
All right, Rachel, this is what we've got. This links RJ to a man named Claude Charbonneau. Claude Charbonneau is a bad guy who RJ used to hire to do his dirty work for him. Now, these phone records prove that Charbonneau talked to one of the kidnappers just before the twins disappeared.
So that means RJ knows a crook who knows a kidnapper. Doesn't prove anything. It's guilt by association. And if that's your case, I can tell you, not gonna stand up in court.
Well, I guess I'll just have to keep digging.
Why is it always RJ? Huh? Why is it always RJ? Remember when you were so sure that RJ was guilty of Carlo Hesser's murder? You finally had to admit that you were wrong. But what's different now, huh? You're still making the same assumptions on nothing but circumstantial evidence.
Well, see, when bad guys do bad things, Rachel, they don't like to have eyewitnesses around. So usually, the only thing we have to work on is circumstantial evidence. And we piece all that together, piece by piece by piece, until it points us in a direction. And right now, the direction that all of this is pointing is right at RJ. And to answer your other question, why am I so obsessed? Because RJ has sucked in 2 people who I love very much. You and your mother. And I'm afraid that if anything goes bad, anything goes down, he goes down right now, he's liable to take you 2 with him. So I'm gonna do everything I possibly can to protect you.
Well, I don't remember. You were asking us if we wanted protection. And if we had, Bo, you know what I would have said? Thanks, but no thanks. Because I trust my uncle.
Boy, that guy really clocked RJ. Wonder what that was all about.
Some people fight for all sorts of reasons.
Really? Such as?
Well, like your Uncle Bo and Nora. I mean, they're squaring off all the time. But they really do love each other, don't they?
Pretty much from the moment they met. I mean, it did take them a while to realize it, but then, then once they did, they didn't want to get married.
Why not?
They loved each other so much that they thought they might lose it, you know, if they made it official.
Wow. So, what made them change their minds?
They're friends. They ganged up on them, organized the wedding ceremony without them, and then all Bo and Nora had to do was show up.
It's not really my idea of romantic.
No, it was. In a very rock and roll kind of way.
Rock and roll?
Yeah, you had to be there. Trust me. Anyway, that's the way that Bo and Nora got hitched. And when you see them arguing, it's not a big deal. Bo swears Nora is the best thing that ever happened to him.
Hey!
Hey, yourself. Hey, Georgie.
Hi, Cassie. Nice to see you.
You too. How are things going?
Hectic. Actually, I think I need to hit the road. If you see Rachel, tell her that I'll give her a call.
Okay, sure.
Bye.
Thanks.
Was it something I said?
Oh, I don't think so. She's probably just heading back to the office. I thought I was a workaholic. Oh, boy.
I'm beat.
Rough day for the good guys?
What are you doing, cheating at the crossword again?
I was just checking my answers. Dirty Harry never gets this tired.
That's because Dirty Harry never had to defend himself against your friend's family and your assistant all day long.
What are you talking about?
One after another, they kept coming in. Right when I thought I could get some work done, and they all wanted to convince me that it was a good idea. It was swell that RJ's and you were working together.
I'm working together with Rachel.
Whatever, honey. You really pulled out the heavy artillery this...
I had nothing to do with it, I swear. Honest. Did it do any good?
Nope. So the idea here is to pretend that we're the good old happy Bo and Nora, and then maybe some of it will stick.
Look, I know that as hard as we may want to pretend, it's not going to make all our troubles go away, but I mean, I am representing Blue Jay, and I am working with RJ and Jakara, and kidnapping did happen, and I didn't break attorney-client confidentiality.
I'm so glad that you reminded me about all
But you know what? Maybe if we keep up with the act as if, it'll help put everything else in a different perspective.
So what type of walking, talking, and gestures did you have in mind?
Well, the happy Bo and Nora may spend a night like this, watching the movie To Have and Have Not, which they taped months ago.
That's not bad.
And then they'd eat all the chili dogs they could get their hands on.
I like it.
It may not last, but there are worse ways to spend an evening than with chili dogs and Hemingway.
Where's the tape?
Oh, this is my favorite part. Turn the volume up.
All righty.
What is it? Oh, Bo, fix it.
I'm trying.
Oh.
I'm afraid we've got a defective tape.
No more movie?
Afraid not.
This isn't working, is it, Bo?
No, I don't say that. I mean, maybe, you know, we've stuffed ourselves with chili dogs, maybe too many, and we have a rotten tape, but that doesn't mean this entire evening is just a total bust.
That's not what I mean. I mean, I know it was my idea to play Let's Pretend, but... Look at us, we're sitting here working so hard to be the happy Bo and Nora that we used to be without working at all. I'm scared, Bo.
Honey, listen, working at it is a good thing. At least it proves that we both care enough that we're willing to try.
Is that enough?
You know, we used to do our own Bogey and Bacall thing. You remember that? Huh? I mean, tape? We don't need no stinking tape.
That's the wrong movie.
I know, well, I know it is, but go ahead. Do it. Give it a try.
If you want me, you just whistle. You know how to whistle, don't you? Just put your lips together and blow. Things are going to work out, aren't they? I mean, love is enough to get us through all of it, isn't it?
I'll get it.
Not funny, God.
Hi, come on in.
Hi. I'm sorry it's so late. We need your help.
My mother. She's missing. Would you put out an APB and start a search?
Wait, let's slow down here now. Let's start at the beginning, okay?
Dorian was upset. She was angry at me for my behavior last night, added to certain family problems of her own.
Okay, what kind of problem?
Is this what you meant when you said Dorian had big troubles?
Yeah.
What kind of problems?
I was pressuring Dorian to face certain unpleasant truths about her past, and I think I pressured her too much.
Well, facing the truth is not Dorian's strong suit.
And then after she saw Mel, she came over to the carriage house, and if I had recognized what a fragile state she was
Cassie,
in...
it's not your fault.
I said a few things that might have put her over the edge.
Yeah, things that she provoked.
Kevin, stop it. Stop it. Okay, she left, and no one has heard from her since.
Her car's gone, Bo.
Okay.
We called everyone that we know.
Time out, all right? Now, look, Cassie, mothers and daughters, they fight. It's genetic. Nora and Rachel explained that to me umpteen times. And Mel, the first thing you said was that Dorian was mad at you for getting arrested, ending up in jail, so maybe she just took off someplace to cool off, you know, a spa or something like that.
She would have left word.
Maybe she's just trying to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I know my mother. I know how manipulative she can be. But I also know that she has been missing for 24 hours. And the police can start a search at that point, please. Yes, of course mothers and daughters fight. But they also have this sort of telepathic bond, and I know that my mother is in danger.
I think you may be overreacting, but I do understand, so I'm going to go up and call in the APB.
Thank you.
Told you Bo comes through for his friend.
Yeah, but the important thing here is to take his advice, okay? No jumping to conclusions.
Look, I don't know what these family problems are, but I do know Dorian. And she has an amazing instinct for self-preservation. She would not put herself in any kind of danger, at least not any more danger than she could handle.
I want to believe that. I've just never seen my mother this vulnerable before.
Yeah. I hope Nora's right.
Good morning. Good morning. Oh, actually, it's lousy. This is a day fit for ducks, fools, and Englishmen.
Obviously, you're none of the above.
Oh, that's debatable. I needed to see you because I'm going to have a meeting with the Kramer cousins in a little bit, and I needed to know if you could give me a Dorian update.
No, nothing yet. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, too. Because I have a feeling that this time no news is going to be really bad news.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, look, stay on it, Benny, okay? You hear anything at all, I want you to let me know. Okay, thanks. Nothing on Dorian so far. My guys have checked the bus stations, train stations.
Dorian on a bus? I'm sorry.
No. I agree. It does give one pause.
Yeah, nobody spotted her car anywhere either, unless it's magically reappeared at her house.
Well, I wish it had, because it's beginning to look more and more like she jumped into it and took off somewhere, which scares the hell out of me, considering the state of mind she was in the last time I saw her.
Listen, I know this is going to sound mean under the circumstances, but, you know, Dorian has been known to manipulate people by scaring them half to death.
Well, I dearly wish I could believe that's what she had in mind, but I don't think she was thinking that clearly, Nora.
Good. Then she's driving herself by instinct alone, and that means Miss Lord will never take that path of self-destruction.
Even if she's out of control.
Mel, I told you this last night. I've known Dorian for a long time and in some pretty hairy situations, and I have never, ever seen her in an out-of-control mode even when it appeared to be that way.
I'm with Nora. On this one, you know, I think if Dorian felt like she was being pressure cooked, she probably just got out of the kitchen.
Yeah, but have you ever known her to retreat from the line of battle?
Ah, a whole new tactic for her.
My advice would be to sit tight. Okay, let us do the looking.
That would be my advice, too. Come on, hang in there, pal.
And would you pass that along to the Kramer girls, too, please?
Yeah. All right. Thanks. We'll see you guys.
Stay dry.
Yeah.
Well, that was a first in a while.
What? You and I agreeing on something?
Well, to start. I mean, you have to admit, no matter how lousy things are at the moment between us, things could be worse.
Whoa! Hey. Hi. Bo?
Say, Hank.
So, what's up?
Listen, I just wanted to give you guys advance notice that I've made some plans for Rachel's birthday.
Thank God for modern fatherhood. I haven't even shopped yet.
Well, this is not about a gift, although maybe you can advise me on that. It's about a party I want to throw for her.
Oh, well, heck, I think we're all in the mood for a party, or we could sure use one. Don't you think so, Bo? What did you have in mind?
Well, I've made preliminary arrangements at Club Indigo.
Well, that would make sense. Then she wouldn't have to stop work.
Right. Well, I didn't think you would mind, but Bo might. So I figured I owed you a heads up.
So, big party, small, what?
Just a family, close friends, people who really care about her. Favorite foods, favorite music.
Party hats, noisemakers?
Well, you can be in charge of that.
Well, as long as I'm not in charge of baking the cake. I can put Georgie in on that.
Yeah, well, I've already spoken with RJ about booking a special act.
Sounds like you've thought of everything, Hank.
Yeah, well, Bo, I'm doing my best. I'm just hoping that the two of you can see your way clear to accepting my invitation.
Oh, yes, absolutely. You can count on me.
Well, I can see why you think that Club Indigo would be a fine place to have a party, but all things considered, I'd rather have it right here.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you would, but I'm going with what Rachel would rather.
You don't think you could just cope with one night at Club Indigo for Rachel's sake?
I think what I have to do is just give it some more thought, that's all.
All right, why don't you do that? Let me know.
Sure. I gotta go to work. I'll see you there, Hank.
All right.
See you later, Red.
Well, I feel like I just threw some fuel on the fire.
No. It's not your problem.
But it is yours.
You want to stay for some coffee?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Sure, thanks. So, thank you. Are you okay?
No. No, but I will be damned if I'm going to let that disturb Rachel's birthday party. You know, and while we're at it, while we're talking about this, it really makes me angry that I can't work with Rachel and thus Jakara and RJ without having to dodge the fallout.
Yeah, well, it's my impression that wherever RJ and Jakara operate, there's fallout.
What does that mean?
What does what mean?
Don't you be nonchalant with me. I can hear the edge in your voice.
Look, it's no big deal. I happen to just come from RJ's apartment, where I left the both of them about to have breakfast together.
Aha. Inferring that she spent the night.
Yeah, well, it's a likely conclusion, considering how comfy she looked wearing his clothes.
So?
So nothing.
Yeah, right.
Look, Jakara, she's a grown woman. She can watch out for herself, and she is free to do whatever she wants.
You're jealous.
No, I am not.
Oh, don't start with me. I certainly know you too well. You're jealous.
Yes. Yes, I am jealous.
Uh-huh. Okay. So, Carlotta, what's up?
You want the concise version? Frustration. stop it. That's not what I mean. Although it was a lot different when we first started.
Well, it usually is at this point in the relationship.
Could you just stop being the little Miss Know-it-all for once?
I'm sorry, I don't mean to. I don't know anything about anything, and I certainly don't know anything about relationships. I'm sorry. So, go ahead. Can you tell me?
Well, when Carlotta and I first got together, you know, we had certain similarities. I'd done the parenting thing, the post-adolescent crisis thing. She had seen Antonio through his mess, and she got Chris into college. And once she'd gotten her life back, what did she do but turn it over to another kid?
Eli.
Eli. I mean, come on, it's not like I don't admire her for taking the kid on. I mean, how many women do you know who can be as caring and generous?
Not many, certainly not me. But
Right.
that's who Carlotta is.
Yeah, and so what does that make me, huh? I mean, a selfish jerk who can't share a woman with a sick, troubled teenager? Or just some guy with a roving eye?
Hank, you're just a guy that's always taken the high road. You've always been the responsible one when RJ's gotten to do everything he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound so simple-minded. I am sorry. If you had feelings or have feelings for Jakara, it can't be easy for you watching them play patty cake.
No, it's not. But I learned a long time ago not to try taking candy from baby brother. Yeah, I may win, but it's not worth the trouble that follows.
Okay, let's eat.
Oh, this is more than I deserve, making you get up early when you work so late.
Well, I had to get up. See, I have a meeting with RJ and Jakara this morning. Besides, I was a little worried about you, the way you sounded when you called.
Oh, did I sound needy? I hate that.
Well, not needy in a whiny sense, but, you know, mostly confused, like you needed a friend to bounce some things off of. So I assume it had to do with Todd.
And you still are offering breakfast. That is a front.
Yeah, I am. What gives?
Oh, I wish I knew, you know. The one thing about Todd is he is completely and entirely inconsistent. This time, I really thought I had him figured out. Then, out of nowhere, you expecting someone?
Oh, no, I'm not. Are you?
You mean, do I think Todd followed me here? No, he went to work.
Good. Hi. I'm sorry for ringing your bell so early. It's just, I'm so desperate. I feel like I'm gonna jump off the Landview Bridge.
Yeah, I know, Mr. Atlee, how much you want your day in court, but honestly, I think the settlement is the better part of wisdom here. It's a fair offer. Well, yes, I know, but unfortunately, in our legal system, it doesn't provide any outlet for residual anger. You know what my father used to say? He used to say, there are arguments you can't afford to win. My mother loved it when he said that. Well, yeah, well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you think about it, and we'll discuss it later today. Okay? Bye-bye. Hi.
Hey.
Sorry I left so early this morning.
Oh, sorry I got in so late, but thanks for the Danish.
Duh, and frosted just for you. So did you come by this morning just to say hi?
Yeah, that, and I also wanted to show you this. It's Rachel's birthday present.
Really, Giants of Jazz. Wow.
Yeah, it's got them all. I mean, you know, King Oliver, Bix, Django Reinhardt, all the great ones are there, you know, and they're all digitally remastered for CD, and ain't technology just grand?
Well, it's very sweet of you, and it's very thoughtful, and Rachel's gonna love it, and I love you. Does this mean you're coming to Rachel's birthday party, even though it's at Club Indigo?
No. But I'm here to offer you a compromise.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, I think that birthday parties ought to be a family occasion.
Good so far.
All right, so what do you say we throw Rachel a party ourselves? You know, at our place, or we book the Palace, or Roadies?
Well, you already offered our place to Hank, and he wanted to have it at Indigo.
Yeah, but see, our party would be in addition to that party. And of course, Hank would be there, Carlotta, you know, and a bunch of Rachel's friends, Georgie, Taya. If you could handle Taya for one evening.
I can handle anything when it comes to my daughter.
All right.
would be unfair to Hank, since this was his idea, if we invited the same people to a second party.
Okay, then we'll have a smaller party. You know, maybe just you, me, Rachel, Hank, and Carlotta, of course.
Well, I mean, I know you're really trying here, but that might be kind of awkward because Hank and Carlotta aren't exactly in, of course, right now. So.
Did he say something to you?
Well, I think he feels that Carlotta's a little preoccupied with Eli, and, you know, and then I have a hunch that Jakara is kind of part of the problem there, too, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so let's just skip the party of 5, okay?
Fine. You, me, Hank, Rachel, all right? Whatever you want. Honey, the point is that I would feel like I was a good stepdad. I'd be in on the celebration of Rachel's birthday, and I wouldn't risk crossing paths with RJ.
I get the feeling that this is about you and not about Rachel, whose birthday it is.
I'm sorry. The last thing you need is an hysterical friend at your door in the morning.
No problem. You come right on in here. Now, if you are going to jump off the Landview Bridge, it's better not to do it on an empty stomach. Taya, I would like you to... Georgie, right?
Hi, Taya.
How did you guys... Wait, they don't know each other.
Yeah, we do.
Well, here, you sit down here. Would you like some coffee?
I don't know, is there enough?
Am I Nora Gann's child?
I'm not interrupting, am I? I mean, just seeing a couple of friendly faces makes me feel so much better.
So, where did you guys meet?
New Year's Eve at Rhodey's, right? Your mother raved about how Georgie's managing her life.
Nora's so generous. Now, if I could only manage mine, I'd be all set. Thanks. If you're wondering why I've been wandering the halls at this hour, I was looking for a one-bedroom in the building.
Oh, no kidding. You did take it. You're gonna take it? It'd be so much fun to have as your neighbor.
I wish, but I mean, I'd have grabbed it, but it's just way beyond my budget. In fact, I've had to accept that almost anything nice is without a roommate. I don't know, I guess I'm gonna be stuck in my basement apartment forever. You guys don't happen to know of anyone who needs a roommate, do you?
Not really. But hey, have you checked over at housing offices over at law school? They have listings.
No, that's a good idea. Okay. May I use your phone?
Yeah, just go right through here in the kitchen.
Thanks. Wish me luck.
Luck. Ooh, basement apartments. Must be a drag trying to find a place.
Yeah, I can't imagine. You know, I'm beginning to feel a little selfish hanging on to this place. I mean, it's been great to have a hideout when I've needed one, but maybe I shouldn't let myself need one. How would you feel about letting Georgie take my place? I mean, you guys are already known quantities to each other.
What are you saying here? That you're actually going to commit to your marriage to Todd?
Look, the point is that I am willing... any luck?
Nothing. Apparently, this is the totally wrong time to be looking for a roommate. I guess I will head for that bridge.
Ah, not so fast. How would you like to move in here with me?
Are you kidding? I would love that as much as I love my job. but what about you?
Well, I was just saying to Rachel that I'm about ready to give this place up, and so your timing isn't so bad after all.
That is incredible. I promise I will be the most impeccable roommate. I will be so considerate and quiet. I won't leave dishes in the sink or a ring in the bathtub. And if at any point you want to use this place, I will just find some other place to go for the night.
Oh, don't be silly.
I just don't want to intrude on your friendship. I know friendship is so important. Okay, I gotta get to work.
Oh, hey, I don't think Nora's gonna beat you if you're late.
I just owe her so much. Oh, God, the perfect job, the perfect place. Can I really be this lucky?
You are lucky working for Nora. You'll learn a lot.
Oh, I already have.
Just don't make the same mistake I made. Don't try to move in on her territory.
Oh, I would never presume. So I will call you about a move-in time?
Yeah, cool.
Okay. Thank you. All right, bye, you guys.
Bye. Have a great day.
You too.
Well, that was fortuitous.
Really? I will miss you. But I I'm glad it all worked out for Georgie. I really like her. And I'm really glad what she's doing for my mom.
I get the feeling that you would like to make this about us.
No. No, honestly, I'm not doing that. I swear I'm not. I just don't want Rachel to walk into a party full of friends and people that love her and find this big gaping hole where you should be. I mean, don't you think she'd be hurt by that?
Believe me, right now, I am trying not to hurt Rachel. Because every time I see R.J. Gannon, I want to walk right up to him and slap the cuffs on him. Because he's strolling around like he got away with the Holden kidnapping, and technically he has so far, because he's fooled an awful lot of people, including my very smart wife and my very generous stepdaughter, who, by the way, I do love dearly, and I would love to be in on her celebration, but I choose not to be put in a situation where things might get ugly between R.J. and me, and we would end up spoiling it for her.
So basically, according to your principles, RJ was bad news, and therefore is and always will be bad news, and you can't even spend one night in his company, even for Rachel's sake.
Right now, I'm trying to catch a criminal. And while I'm trying to do that, I don't want to be hanging out with him. Now, you don't accept that.
Let's stop. Let's just not say another word, okay?
Right.
The night before Rachel's birthday, dinner. Dinner for 3. You'll give her the CDs. I'll give her the red dress that she saw in Logan's window.
And we'll both treat her to a day at Serenity Springs.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. That's great. And then, without blowing the surprise, you can mention something about a big event coming up, of which I'll be able to attend, but you won't. And that she should trust you on it.
I can do that.
Well, did we just dodge a bullet?
By the skin of our teeth.
I hate this.
Me too. I'll see you later.
You think Renee's gonna let you smoke that in here?
Not a chance. Sit down.
On the other hand, the joint is empty. Oh. Thank you. Primo.
Clint.
Yeah? What?
What do women want?
You're asking me? What do women want? Oh, boy.
Don't know whether to dump that on you right away, or maybe I should just ask you, how's it going?
Well, I figure I owe you for the cigars, so you first.
No, you.
Vicky.
Vicky? Mm-hmm. Is that personal or professional?
It's personal.
Yeah. I've been picking up on some of that lately.
Well, maybe I'm just asking for grief. I mean, we've eased our way into a pretty good place, you know, with the kids and with the paper.
Yeah, you and Vicky, you spend more time together, and you share more than any other couple I know.
And I don't want to mess that up. I want to be married to her. I want to go home with her at night. I want to go to bed with her. I want to wake up with her in the morning. I want to burn steaks and throw tomatoes with her. I want to take care of her.
And Vicky?
I don't know what Vicky wants. I don't know if Vicky knows what Vicky wants. Maybe she doesn't want to upset the status quo. Or to be fair, maybe it's because she's still sorting out all that stuff with her father. But hell, I'm ready to share that, too.
You know, Clint, I hope you get a chance to do that.
Yeah, well, we'll see. How about your delayed gratification?
I'd like to nail R.J. Gannon's hide to a shed wall.
I could get into that. For what in particular?
This is off the record.
You know it.
The Holden kidnapping.
What you got?
What I got circumstantial. It's pretty thin, but it's logical. And most important, I've got my gut.
I trust that.
Yeah, Nora doesn't. Hank doesn't. Rachel doesn't.
Well, Rachel, I can understand, but Hank and Nora?
They're nuts. I'm the heavy.
Oh, that's gotta be tough to swallow.
Oh, yeah, it's choking me. I mean, things are bad with Nora. And then all of a sudden, you know, this RJ issue rears its big, ugly head and...
Get him.
I intend to.
Can I help? Can the paper help?
I'll let you know. Thanks, Clint.
Sure. I'm sorry about Nora.
Yeah, I'm sorry about Nora. I'm sorry about Hank.
I'll tell you what. Why don't we step outside and fire these suckers up?
I just have a couple of... Nora, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I'll be in court all day.
Yeah.
You got a minute?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
I talked to Nora a while ago, and I tried to make her understand why I think it's a bad idea for me to go to Rachel's birthday party at RJ's club.
And she did?
No.
Yeah. Well, neither do I. Look, boy, I came by your place, all right, to give you advance notice, maybe so you could work through your reservations, at least for Rachel's sake.
It's just like I told Nora, I'm doing this for Rachel's sake. Hank, RJ and I would end up getting at each other's throats, and she might get stuck right in the middle of it.
So what, you don't think you can control yourself for one night?
Is it a lawyer thing, or what? Did she call you before I got here? Because I swear, your arguments are almost identical.
Yeah, well, maybe because they're obvious and they make sense. But you can't see that because you're too busy hounding RJ, even though you don't have any more than you had to start with, Bo. When are you gonna give up?
I'm not. Do you think this is fun for me? Huh? Button heads with you, Nora, Rachel? No, it's not fun, but I swear, you all seem to think that if you just act like everything is okay with RJ, then it will be. You know what? It won't.
Yeah, Bo. Because you're gonna do your damnedest to make sure they're not.
You got it.
Nora Buchanan's office. I'm sorry Miss Buchanan isn't in the office. This is Georgie Phillips, her associate, and she put me in charge. How may I help you? Knock, knock. Hey, Georgie. Your bartender did a double take when I walked into the club with a suitcase.
Did you tell him that's where you keep the body?
I should have thought of that.
Okay, I bite. What's in the bag?
Oh, not much. It's clothes, a toothbrush. I had to give my landlord 2 weeks' notice, but that doesn't mean I have to spend those 2 weeks in my old apartment.
You planning on moving in tonight?
Well, I figured... Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh, did I jump the gun? Have you changed your mind? Oh, now I'm putting you on the spot. This is so embarrassing.
Just cut it out, okay? It's all right.
No, I should have checked with you first. It's just been such a misery in that hellhole that I just wanted out.
Great. It's settled then.
Are you sure?
Yep.
You'll never know how grateful I was when you took pity on me this morning.
Well, I thought it was a great idea when you brought it up this morning, and I still do.
Wait a minute. I thought it was your idea.
Doesn't really matter. Look, Taya agreed that she would give up her apartment if she could, you know, crash on our couch if there was an emergency. Why waste the space? And besides, I'm looking forward to a new roommate.
You're just like your mom. Way too generous for your own good. Are you really sure?
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Good. Just shut up about it. Now, why don't I give you my key? Should have had a new set made a while ago, but as you can see, I've been just swamped.
Oh, no, I can take care of that.
Okay, well, why don't you go over there now, or... Do you have any plans tonight?
Crawl into bed and read?
I have a better idea. Why don't you stay and have dinner at the club tonight? Okay, you listen to some good tunes, hang around while I close up, and then we'll go home together.
Home. Ah, I like the sound of that. But you have to stay here? Are you in charge tonight?
Yep. See, Jakara and RJ went to New York to check out some new talent at one of the clubs in Soho.
Really? I heard Nora mention that your dad went to a law enforcement conference in Manhattan. I think he planned to take Carlotta Vega.
Small world.
I had a terrific Cobb salad, and that jazz pianist is awesome. Club Indigo gets 5 stars in my book.
The Georgie does land you by night book.
Granted, there are only about 2 entries so far. This plays in roadies. Do you have to stay holed up in here all night?
Well, I'm trying to figure out if our liquor supplier is shortchanging our orders.
I guess a lot goes into running a place like this.
Plenty can go wrong, that's for sure. But now that Jakara's brought Blue Jay music back to us, I want to make sure that everything is kosher.
Your uncle has a lot of faith in you, doesn't he?
Well, I still feel like I need to prove myself. For me.
Oh, yeah.
And for my mom. But now that she's doing contracts for us, I think she'll finally admit that I was right in coming to work for RJ.
What's the story with that?
What do you mean?
I mean, the vibes are so intense. Did something happen between the two of them, Nora and RJ?
I think that's none of your business. Don't you?
No wonder Bo doesn't like him.